No. Let there be peace and love among all beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskar, Namaskar. Welcome. I was speaking yesterday about self-inquiry, and some letters that I received, they had some difficulties that they couldn't do it. So further, we'll speak this morning again. First of all, to realize yourself, to identify yourself with consciousness, bliss, and your own being, you don't need any practice. Neither any dhyana, nor yoga, nor any pilgrim places you have to visit for this. Neither any charities. This is only escapism, because consciousness, bliss and being is here. So, what is needed so that you know that being is already here within you, to avoid the obstacles to it, hindrances. In spiritual life as well as in secular life, in your day-to-day living also, for every success, spiritual or secular, material success, you have to avoid only the obstacle. For instance, you want to buy a house in countryside. House is available, you don't have funds. Obstacle is only money. Some of your good, generous friend can advance you some loan, you buy a house. Hindrance is removed, obstacle is removed, and deal is effected. Or you can hypothecate to the bank and have the house. So what you have got to do is to remove the obstacles, to be free, to identify yourself with consciousness and being and bliss whatsoever. Obstacles are there, you have to remove the obstacle, and you have not to work for consciousness, which is already here now. What are those obstacles? You can sit down and think about the obstacles. Now, all over the world, you can just sit down quietly and see what are the obstacles. Sun is there, and you very well know sun does not belong to you, neither you belong to him, nor the moon belongs to you, nor she belongs to you, nor the stars. Then come down to the earth. Earth doesn't belong to you, nor do you belong to the earth. Like this, air, water, fire, ether, other things, they don't belong to you. Now you come from, say for instance, today you have come from your apartment from the hotel or somewhere else. staying in a private house, you start from there. That house doesn't belong to you. Neither you belong to that apartment. Coming in a taxi, taxi doesn't belong to you, nor you belong to the taxi. Now, all that you see, that you utilize, do not belong to you, nor you belong to it. Coming to your own self now, like this. This body doesn't belong to you, like other things, because other things that can be used by you, you are not that. It is something else, and not the being. Therefore, the body doesn't belong to you. And the senses also do not belong to you. The mind doesn't belong to you. The buddhi, discriminatory aspect of the mind also you are not. It doesn't belong to you. Then the soul also doesn't belong to you. Neither you have any relation with the soul. So soul to mind, and mind to senses, senses to body, and body to all the objects that I have counted. This you are not. It's very simple reason to understand. Now, these you are not. So these are only notions. These are only notions, and once you can abandon all these notions, you abandon and just stay quiet. Instantly you will know who you are, whatever it is. And you will be only left with consciousness, because all these things which I mentioned, you were quite conscious that you were living in an apartment, you came by a taxi, you are just conscious of it, your travel, but you are not the taxi, just conscious. So rejecting all these objects of sight, of touch and sound, renouncing all the objects. Now you come to point, I have renounced all these things. Finally, this object and subject relationship is still hanging. Objects, all these objects, and this subject, the one who has renounced all these things. And last of all, if you could abandon this relationship of subject and object, this renunciation of object and subject, having done it, you can see for yourself what's left. There's no subject and no object, and no notions at all. All this is relationship. Their relationship must be between subject and object, and that surely you are not. Because for a little while you forget subject and object when you go to sleep. And sleep also is a state, one of the three states: waking, dreaming, sleeping. And they alternate. What alternates is not real. The reality does not change. So once you get rid of this notion of subject and object, then all is over. And you are that even before the beginning of everything. And this is consciousness and bliss and truth, whatever it is. Actually, it has no name, it is for you to give it a name. It has no name, and you have to do it by yourself today, this hour, this satsang, and now itself. If you want to postpone, don't postpone for more than 1 year. Is allowed. Not more than, who knows? Who knows? 1 year. Nobody is sure for this next year, not even for 1 hour. You are not sure what's going to happen next minute, because I remember I was going to Frankfurt from Delhi, and one young woman with her 7-year-old daughter, she was going to meet her husband who was waiting at Frankfurt to receive her. So on the way, on board, she collapsed, massive cardiac failure, and she died. And this girl was there. So she must have been very fit to travel, taking her 7-year-old daughter also. Alas, if she knew, nobody knows. So time at hand is this. This is your time. The next hour belongs to Yama, who is merciless on all beings. Yama, you know, death. He has not spared even saints, sages, gods. But one person cannot come into its teeth. Who is that person? Who is free? Because death will take away the concept of body, notion that I am the body, and how it has been removed as an obstacle, and you are free, you are not the body. Therefore, let this Yama come now and take away what doesn't belong to you and what you are not. Let it take away the body. Yama takes away all bodies only, and not one who is nothingness, who is emptiness, who is consciousness. Even Yama has to die one day. Death even has to die one day for the next yuga. Many Yamas have died, you see. So, one who is free of all notions, he is not afraid of even death, because many people write, I am afraid of death here also. In yesterday's letters also, I am afraid of death. What is death? First of all, you have to remove your notion. What is death that you are afraid of? First know yourself and then speak about death, if you have any. You perhaps will like even Yama, you invite even Yama. Don't be afraid of him. Only you give up your notion of the body, and then who are you? Even Yama is your slave. So this is all that we have to speak again and again, to know thyself through inquiry of who really I am. What's your question now?
Do I
No.
exist?
No. At that time when you are asking question, are you inhaling or exhaling? Ask, yeah.
I'm saying that that's the underlying question in between inhaling and exhaling.
Yes. Inhaling.
Is anyone here? Is
Inhaling.
anyone here?
Inhaling. This exhaling. Exhaling is this, isn't it? In between, what is it that you can see, or think, or perceive?
My being. My being.
My being. Yes, this is good answer. My being is good answer. And then my being, when does it become no being? Then your question is this thing. My being is my being, even exhaling my being, inhaling my being, in between my being, then no problem. My being is no problem then. Being is eternal, isn't it? And being is happiness, peace, unseen, untouched, but you forget it. Everybody forgets it. If you don't forget, you don't have any trouble, you see. Therefore, I was giving you this example, but you have found out in between them is the being, yes. And being should always be there. Being cannot die.
Do you ever forget? Do you ever forget?
What?
He asked if, do you ever forget?
So this is a question to me.
Yes.
So being, this question you are asking to being. So I give this reply on behalf of being, that being cannot forget itself. Being means unforgetfulness. Forgetfulness is belong to body, you see. The body, if even you don't forget, you will forget this body. Every day you forget when you sleep, and after a span of human life, you will forget who you have been. You will absolutely forget. Then it will be for the worms whose food this body will become. They will remember for some time, as long as they eat up the whole thing. Then they also will forget. Everything is forgetfulness. They also will forget, they also will be eaten away and die, you see. So, a remembrance, memory is death itself. And if you know it today, I am being, you are not going to die. What has to die will die. And you are not that which dies. Body can be taken away, the being cannot be taken away. So that you have to clearly understand. Now you are very close to it, you have to finish it up now. If there is any confusion, any problem, you have to solve it now is the right time.
The only problem is the I which comes in and forgets.
So this is a thought, you see. I is a thought. past. In the night, no I was there. When you are sleeping, no I was there. Whenever, wherever there is I, there is problem and there is death. So how to survive? Don't touch I. Don't touch I. Then nobody can kill you. If anything will be killed, it is I. You say, I am in pain, I am suffering, I am dying. Only I is. When I is there, you experience all these things, you see. So when you don't touch I, there's no problem. So next. Without touching the eye. Next question.
There are no more questions right now.
Okay. Are you in trouble when there are no questions? Are you in trouble when there is no question?
When I touch the eye. When I touch the eye.
No, I'm saying when you are not touching the eye, you said no questions. Now I am asking from no question. If there is no question, are you suffering?
Yes, no one is suffering, and there are no questions.
What do you say? No one is suffering? No one is suffering and?
There are no questions. There are no questions.
Very good. Excellent. After all, you got it. Very nice. Very good. This man has done it. And he didn't write to me. He was only standing there. Simply, I got into this matter, no? Got involved and got it. Excellent. What will you do now? You see this beauty? You have seen this peace here. You understood it, isn't it? Yeah. Very nice. How did you do it? How did you get it so soon? What do you say? How did you get it? What did you do? It will be very helpful to everybody who's here, you see, if you could say. You see, whosoever gets it, he doesn't let loose this secret. You see. Many people who understand it and get it and got it, he keeps dumb. He doesn't speak. They say, whosoever got it, he becomes dumb or insane. Insane in the sense his behavior is childlike. Nobody, if even he speaks, nobody will believe him. Or dumb, you can't speak it. There's no word for this to express it. There's no word, therefore it cannot be expressed. It can't be touched. because it's not physical. It can't be imagined because it's not mental. So neither mental nor physical, not even transcendental, how can you speak about it? Only you can get it, live with it, have romance with it. This is the romance I was speaking to Nina. Yeah. Keeping quiet or speaking, whatever comes, react, but keeping quiet within, you see. This is the beauty where no disturbance, no sufferance, no death can touch. So having known it, you have crossed this ocean of suffering and cycle of birth, rebirth, and so on. It will end only in an instant. You have to be patient, listen only. It is done. Don't make effort, don't think. So this was the time I was trying with him to bring your mind at standstill, or don't think and don't make effort, and there you are. I came to India to encounter the truth in your satsang. Thank you for your pointing to the moon. My questions are, can I find the moon inside or outside? Inside or outside? Or will there be after self? Who is this Helma? Helma? Come here, sitting at the pen. No longer inner or outer Helma, 18 February. So, my dear friend, if you have come to India to encounter the truth, why do you speak of moon inside or outside? Moon is on the sky, and I can show you where the moon is. Moon is in the sky outside, and the rock is on the ground down. The rock I can show you with the foot, and the moon with the finger, but none of these is truth. Truth is neither inside nor outside. So what will you do and where you want to encounter? Truth is neither inside nor outside. So what supposes you that you are inside and the truth is outside, and the truth is inside and you are outside? What do you mean by this frontier between you and truth? Which is the frontier? Which is the wall that keeps you outside and truth inside? Or if you are inside, the truth is outside. So which is this wall that you have imaginary constructed?
It looks like that it's.
Huh?
It looked like the wall is the eye, but the eye is looking for something.
Yes. Who's looking for something?
The eye.
I. Okay. Wait.
Is looking for truth.
Don't make hurry. Don't make hurry. Step by step. I is looking for truth. Let the truth be aware. We do not know what the truth is. And what you say, I, this you know very well, isn't it? So we will deal with the truth later on. Let us deal with this I. When you said I, where is your I? You used the word very well. Where is this I now?
It doesn't exist, the eye.
What do you say?
The eye doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. Okay.
It's just something from the mind.
Okay. The I does not exist. Very well. Don't use the word I now. Okay? Don't use the word I. Now, who wants to see the truth? And where is the truth? I does not exist. Don't touch this I again. It's not existing now. And if I is not existing, what is left?
Nothing.
Nothing. This is truth.
Nothing that can look to the truth.
This, yes. This is truth. I is gone somewhere. Don't touch it now. Don't touch at all. She will bite you now. She is biting everybody. All the beings are bitten by it. Don't bite. You have come across, you have thrown it away, let her be. Now you stay as you are. See. Now who wants to encounter whom? Who wants to encounter whom?
Nobody wants to encounter nothing.
Oh, you are very wise now.
It's simple.
What?
It's simple.
What can I do? Okay.
Nothing to do.
What?
Nothing to do.
Very good. No.
Nothing.
Look at his face now. Show your face when you show your face whether sit down here and sit down here. Show your face. Tell them nothing to see them. Do nothing to do. Tell them. He's looking in amazed. So soon I got it. I wrote this letter yesterday with the idea to give it to you tomorrow. Tomorrow. But then who gave it to me? Who gave it to me, this letter? Zita. Zita is the name, but this is for tomorrow, you know. This for tomorrow. I can't read today. Zita, who's Zita? Zita. Zita. You are Zita from where? Huh?
Lithuanian.
This is Russia, part of old Russia.
Acha, old Rishis. Now what's called this state now, no?
Lithuania.
Lithuanian.
Very good. Very nice. This is my drama for the last 35 million years. Where did you hear this? 35 million, where did you hear from? 35 million years.
Here.
Here, no? This is only drama here. This is the only stage where you know that you are playing for the last 35 million years. This is the only stage. Otherwise, no actor has ever played more than 50, 60 years on the same stage, isn't it? Maybe 70 years, 80 years. No? Nobody can play more than that, and you are very lucky to take part in this drama for 35 million years, isn't it? And still young, no? You can continue. You can continue. No? Can you help me to jump? To jump into here and now. Okay. You know what is the meaning of jump? Jump. You are record holders of jumping, do you know? Yes, Russians are very good in jumping, you know. Yeah. How many? There are 17 golds in jumping, you know. Yeah. Russia and then China. Yeah. So jump. Jump. You are not to ask anyone to jump. You have to be alone to jump. And on the stage for 35 million years, you have to pick up many actors along with you, you know. But to jump, you don't need anyone else except you. Now, do you ever go to the swimming pool? Yes, you did. And then did you go on the 10-meter high board also to jump? Is it? And then You are at the end of the jumping board, isn't it? Do you need any help there?
No.
No. What did you do?
Jump.
Jump. Don't look behind. Jump means don't look behind. Here, don't look at 35 million years. Okay. And slowly I will tell you, go on the board and go at the end of the jumping board, okay? And then wait there and then leave everything behind. Leave everything behind and jump. That's called jump. Everything behind. And this jump is landing you into eternal peace. This jump. Eternal peace. Jump into eternal peace. And you have to go alone, not with any burden on you, isn't it? When you jump, you don't carry anybody on the shoulders, no? Don't you? You don't. So go alone. Don't carry any load. And this load is load of a thought. Thought. And this thought is I. You are on the board now, you are going to jump. And leave behind I. Understand? Understand? Then who will jump? Eh? What? Eh?
There's nobody who
What do you say?
jump. There's nobody
Nobody, yes.
who can jump.
What? Yes.
There's nowhere to jump.
What say?
There's nowhere to jump.
Yes. No one to jump. No one to jump. And nowhere.
To jump.
Ah, very clever now. And standing on no board also. And this is called the jump. Now you tell me what happened when they jump.
Nothing.
Nothing. What?
Nothing at
Huh?
all. Nothing happened.
Tell me something. You had jumped. Therefore, I asked you this question. You have jumped, no? Have you jumped? Huh? Tell me. Have you jumped?
Not me.
Huh?
It's not me, jump.
Not?
Not me.
Not
Who's
to?
jumping?
Following anybody to translate?
It's not me. This who is jumping is not me.
Not me.
It's not I.
Not I. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yes, not I to jump. Okay. Not I to jump. Okay. There's no one to jump. Isn't it? This I say, have you done it? Has it been done? Your question was how to jump, okay? And now you say there's no jump. Isn't it? That's what you say. So, there's nothing to jump and no one to jump. That's what I'm asking you. No one to jump and nowhere to jump, isn't it? Yeah, this is yes. Can you describe this? No one to jump, nowhere to jump.
There's nothing to describe.
What?
There's nothing to describe.
Nothing to?
Describe.
Nothing to describe. Try. Something will come. Otherwise, I will ask you a question. I give you 1 minute time.
I'm here. There's nowhere to jump.
Yes, nowhere to jump. Then where are you?
Here.
Here? Then come here then. Come here. Then if you are here, tell me. Yes. Nowhere to jump now, is it? Eh? No one to jump. I am here. Okay.
Yes. I'm here.
Yes, I am. How is this here? You like this here, no?
Yes.
Yeah. What makes you laugh? Why you laugh?
Because I'm here.
Because this is what is called happiness, bliss, love, and consciousness. So many names, but it is not, isn't it? She is finding some word to describe. No? Yeah. Yeah. How is this situation? You must describe how it looks.
I'm always was here. Just I'm always was here. Just I didn't know it.
sit down, yes.